Hey everybody, welcome to That's Good Sports Live. I'm Brandon Perna. I've been sick all week, and that's why I haven't posted any videos, why we haven't done the podcast, and that's why I'm doing a live video instead of my normal bullshit. And I have some important announcements today, so bear with me as I get through those. Before I get into the Broncos wide receiver discussion, I'll talk about what I see, answer some questions, and I apologize for sounding like shit. But I have been sicker than a dog, which is strange because growing up, I never saw our dogs get sick. I mean, that sometimes they would get worms that would come out of their butts, but they were never sick. And honestly, I'd rather have worms in my butt than deal with being fucking sick all week. So I'm getting stronger. But first, I wanted to announce, this is cool. This is very cool. This weekend, downtown Denver, if you want to see some comedy in some of my videos, we're doing a live show with the D-League. I'll be there 7 p.m. Sunday, July 22nd at the Clock Tower. That's at 1601 Arapahoe Street. Tickets are $10, and the money is going to charity. All that money going to charity. My buddies Woody Roseland and Chad Neat, they have a YouTube channel, the D-League, where I've helped them make videos before. And they're doing this for First Descents, which provides adventures for young adults impacted by cancer. So it's a good cause. If you want to come out and check it out, hopefully I will feel better by then. But I'll be there. Like I said, stand-ups, there'll be booze, videos, whole bunch of shit. So I wanted to announce that that's happening this weekend. I also do need to announce that I have my Patreon t-shirt winners. So I did 2 giveaways since I got sick and have been neglecting my videos and podcasts. And what I did this month is, as I said, whoever left the best comment on Patreon would win a t-shirt, and that the other person would be selected at random. So the winner for best comment goes to Ben Hoff. And basically he left a comment using every single Broncos, not every, but almost a lot of the Broncos players' names in his plea to win the shirt. And I thought it was cool. So let me read it real quick, okay? Allow me to make my case for best comment so I can get a shirt. I think I'm clearly the best Royce for the shirt. No ifs, ands, or buts. Newsflash, this Justin Simmons, I'm assuming, giving me the shirt will feel better than getting Hamilton tickets and will be more awesome than being named the King, Marquette King of the Wolves, Derek Wolfe. Giving me the shirt is guaranteed to at least give you a chub, obviously. Wait, strike that. Don't you want to feel like this is... Wait, I don't want you to feel like this is harassment. Giving me the shirt is going to make you feel a lot better, like the feeling you got after leaving the bathroom, having just emptied your bowels. And I did read that comment after doing just that. I'll feel so smooth as a tree that has been cut down from a park's sanders down and crafted into a smooth jewelry box for you to keep all of your diamonds and rubies. Sounds like a little slice of paradise, doesn't it? I can tell you are craving this feeling now. So it is time to give in, crack open a Miller, and send me that shirt. In conclusion, Demaryius Thomas could not think a pun for his name. So, Ben, you won that. The other random drawing is going to happen in this Broncos Cup. I put a bunch of papers in there. And the winner, yeah, Ben's watching now. You fucking won. That was a great comment. The other winner is going to be Jeremy Colbert. So I'll message you guys on Patreon. Congratulations on winning one of my fucking shitty shirts. Okay, now to Broncos news, to the wide receivers, what I wanted to talk about today, and it was because I heard something on the radio last week. They were talking about something like we shouldn't expect much from the Broncos rookie receivers, Courtland, Sutton, and DaeSean Hamilton. And I forget who said it, but the reasoning was that Demaryius Thomas and Eric Decker similar draft selections in terms of position to Sutton and Hamilton, didn't produce until like year 3 in Denver. And that was the reasoning. And I thought, wait a second, you really didn't dive into that. And I thought the logic was flawed. And so I wanted to talk about why I think that analysis is a little bit lazy. First, Demaryius Thomas and Eric Decker were playing behind Brandon Lloyd, Eddie Royal, and Jabbar Gaffney. Remember Jabbar Gaffney? Brandon Lloyd had 1,400 receiving yards that first season. So the similarity, though, is that Hamilton and Sutton are playing behind Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. So how much they play is a big question mark. But they have a huge opportunity to get on the field, especially Hamilton, in my opinion, to play in the slot. Unless the rumors are true that Emmanuel Sanders might end up playing slot receiver, that gives Sutton a bigger chance to be on the field, to be the second wide receiver. So I already like their chances, one of those guys getting on the field more than Sanders, more than Thomas and Decker did their first season, because I really think Sutton and Hamilton will be better than McKenzie or Carlos Henderson. The next thing is Demaryius Thomas and Eric Decker's first season, they were playing with Kyle Orton as quarterback. Tim Tebow finished the season as quarterback. And I will bet my life, which with this sickness is not worth very much right now, that Case Keenum is better at getting the ball to his young receivers than Kyle Orton and or Tim Tebow was. Now, I don't know how good Bill Musgrave really is as an offensive coordinator, but I know he will be far less conservative than Pat Shurmur was with the Vikings and always has been as an offensive coordinator. And I think Keenum's production should increase in 2018 based on that alone. Finally, Sanders and DT are getting older. Emmanuel started 11 games last year with injury issues. Both receivers are really tough. We know that. And also, Emmanuel Sanders had his traffic ticket video released this week. I just posted it on Facebook. You should check it out because he was driving in the middle median, saying that being late to work was an emergency. I don't know. It's very humorous. You might want to watch it. But they're getting older. So I believe the odds of them both staying healthy for an entire season get worse every year. And so I think Sutton or Hamilton will get on the field quite a bit this season. I don't know which guy, how it's going to shake out, but I think there's a lot of differences between them this year than Demaryius Thomas and Eric Decker. And as a group of receivers, though, I'm much more excited about this team this year than I have been in a while. If you look at Emmanuel Sanders in his 2 years with Peyton Manning and 1 year with Simeon, he had 1,000 yards in each of those seasons. DT in 4 years with Manning, his low was 1,300 receiving yards. He posted over 1,000 with Simeon in 2016. Last year was a disaster on every level for the offense. The wrong offensive coordinator to start, new head coach, too much change. You had bad play from 3 different quarterbacks. If Keenum stays healthy and plays average, those stats for DT, Sanders, or one of those rookies are going to be better. I expect DT and Sanders, if they're healthy the whole season, to each have over 1,000 yards. I don't think Keenum will be restricted the way he was in Minnesota. And I think with 2 good rookies, I'm high on Sutton and Hamilton, that he's going to have more options in the passing game with the Broncos. So here's something that you should note, because last year the Vikings tied with Jacksonville at 21st for fewest passing attempts in 2017. Keenum completed 357 passes, which was 12th most. That means he completed more passes than guys like Derek Carr, who threw 30 more balls than him, more than Matt Ryan, more than Russell Wilson, and more than Jared Goff, and 41 more than Blake Bortles, who threw the exact same amount of passes than he did. And I believe he's going to get more attempts this season. And the Broncos receivers will have the numbers to go along with that. And I believe if you play fantasy football, Demaryius Thomas could be an overlooked player who I think is going to produce a lot in 2018. So that's what I wanted to say about the Broncos receivers. And now I see your chat here. I will get to answering questions. If I missed some shit, I apologize. I had to write this all down and my brain is foggy. So let's see here. Jacksonville defense is going to be scary, and so is the Rams defense. I agree with that. Oh, 5 points vids is here. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel. Whoa, what was that? Sorry, heard some weird noises from downstairs. I'm going to be doing some shit with 5 points this season. I guarantee it. So, just we're trying to share the love, us football YouTubers. Perna, don't get swatted. Oh, it sounded like somebody's trying to beat down my door. Will I do a Saints record prediction? I'm going to try. I've been working on a Steelers video. I started Monday, and that's when I got sick. So Steelers will be next. I want to do the Giants because 5 points is a Giants fan, and I want to get his opinion on it. And I'd like to do the Packers, like to do the Saints. I don't want to do the Patriots because they're going to be exactly the fucking same. So what do you think is going to happen with Chicago? I think the Bears will be a little better. I don't know. I gotta look into the Bears. They have some pieces. I don't know who Trubisky is yet as a quarterback, so we'll see. Royce or Devontae? Royce. He's the unknown, man. He's more exciting. Royce Freeman's more exciting. He has the higher ceiling in my eyes because we don't know how he's going to be as a pro. We kind of know who Devontae Booker is, but I hope it's Royce and D'Angelo Henderson. But who the fuck knows? Jake Butt, will he be starting? I think so. I think Jake Butt's also going to factor into the Broncos receiving game having more success. I think we all believe he's going to evolve into the main passing threat as tight end. And I'm excited that he'll be on the field this year. The Broncos desperately need a playmaker at the tight end position. Keenan Allen, best wide receiver in AFC. I don't know. In the AFC? No. It's Antonio Brown. And then DaeSean Hamilton. Sorry, the chat keeps going in and out. I'm waiting for it to appear. It's being a little wonky. Packers are overrated. They have trash defense. Hold on a second. Oh, Jesus Christ. It was just my wife who got home a little early, and I heard somebody down there and got scared like a little boy. What was I saying? Packers. Okay. The Packers aren't overrated. They have Aaron Rodgers. That's why they're good. He makes that whole team better. If they can get him a little more support, they would win some more fucking Super Bowls. I'll agree with that. Thoughts on Phillip Lindsay as a possible kick returner? Good question. I think if he's going to make the team, he's going to have to be not only a kick returner, but he should prove himself to be a punt returner. I would love to see him in that role. I think he has the right mentality to do both of those jobs. He's kind of one of those fearless players. I don't think he's going to fumble the ball, which if the Broncos find a punt returner who won't fumble the ball, they're going to be better this year. Let's see here. I don't get with all the Chad Kelly love. What's my opinion on Kelly? I love him. I don't get how you don't love him. I think Chad Kelly's a mystery, okay? So the reason I think fans love him is because we think he has the potential to be good. He hasn't had the chance to prove to us that he will fail yet. So that's why everybody's going to be high on him. What else here? Am I hyped on Josie Jewell? Yes, Josie Jewell and Sua Cravens. I think they'll both have big impact on defense. And I think if the Broncos can be better in coverage in, the short passing game, that they'll be more effective. With Aqib Talib leaving, like some other guys got to step up and they got to get better in some areas, because I don't think they'll be as good in the corner department without Talib. But Sua Cravens, I'm really excited to see how he can contribute in covering tight ends and running backs and some of the things the Broncos have struggled with. Would I have gotten rid of Lynch to keep Simeon? I don't know. The Broncos are in a tough position. I wouldn't have drafted Paxton Lynch. So I wouldn't have been in that position. I would have drafted Russell Wilson instead of Brock Osweiler. So the Broncos would have won 5 Super Bowls if I were GM. And they wouldn't have lost to the Seahawks because Russell Wilson would have been playing for the Broncos. But they couldn't cut Lynch because basically he would have cost more money to cut. Like, they just kind of had to keep him. Am I hype for Case Keenum? Yes. I think this whole video was kind of the point of that. Super chat. I love you, Perna. Go Eagles. Can I get a big dick shout out? Yes, you can, Andrew Smith. You can get another big dick shout out and another big dick shout out because he gave me $5 big dick dollars. I'm glad a bunch of you joined in here. Again, I apologize for sucking with the videos this week. But I wanted to say we're doing that live show this weekend in Denver, Sunday night at 7 p.m., July 22nd. Come out and see stand-up comedy, booze. I'm doing a Q&A. I'm not doing stand-up. Don't worry. I won't fucking bomb and embarrass myself like that. But I'll be there. If any of you guys are in Denver and want to come, all the money's going to charity. So it's for a good cause, $10 a ticket. That was the real point of this video, and I figured I better talk about something football-related. Hi, crisscross applesauce. That was the thing. I think Jared Goff will be better this coming season. That's my QB, Max James Palmer. You better hope he improves because if he doesn't, the Rams will lose in the playoffs again. But I'm high on the Rams. I already made a video about them. I think they'll be great. Will I be head coach before the end of the year? I'd rather have John Elway's job, to be honest. Oh, yeah, Demarcus Walker going back to defensive end. I think that is a huge key piece to keep your eye on if you're a Broncos fan. I'm going to hopefully try to do a video about 5 Broncos you should be excited about. I think he should be on that list because I think his impact could be huge playing at his natural position. How do I know Chip Chipperson? I don't. I don't think I do. Thoughts about the Falcons? I don't know. I'd have to look into that. I think Eli Manning will be better than Blake Bortles because I think Saquon Barkley's going to help. I think the offensive line is going to be improved, and I think getting rid of Ben McAdoo probably going to help Eli Manning. So is quinoa healthy for your bowels? I don't know. I think so. I think it's got a lot of fiber in it. But that's it. I appreciate you guys watching for this live thing. I'm going to get out of here. Live show this weekend. I'll be back next week in full force. Congratulations to the Patreon winners. Patreon is how this channel stays alive. So I do appreciate your support. And I don't know. Fucking everybody here is already subscribed. So why would I tell you to do that again? Thanks for watching.